Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome today to Talisman, the digital edition. This is a game by Nomad Games. They were kind enough to send me a copy of this, so I'm going to show you what it's all about. It's a digital recreation of an old board game, so it's in association with Games Workshop. So I'm going to start a new game, and I'm going to show you what it's all about. I'm going to change this to an AI player. I've been playing this a lot with my fiancée. We've been having quite a bit of fun with this. So I'm going to leave the Reaper expansion pack on because I have the gold edition of this game. So I have the standard game, prologue and a season pass, so I've got some of the expansions. So the first expansion is available, which is the Reaper. So I'm going to show you that just because it adds a nice little mechanic into the game. Usually you can put on runestones so you can give yourself extra bonuses and things like that. Here I'm actually not going to, just for this demonstration, so I can show you the bare minimal of the game. We'll keep it 4 players just because it's simpler. So I'll generally show you what it's all about. Yeah, I will wipe my last game. I never actually quite finished it, but you know, it's fine. So everyone just draws their first initial cards. So the randoms is a druid and a sorceress. So okay, right. So when you take a roll on this, whatever number you roll is where you move to. So I've got the choice of a chapel, which when I move here, if I'm evil I lose a life, if I'm neutral alignment I can heal up to the life value for the price of 1 gold, if I'm good I can heal for free, or I can offer a prayer and get some extra bonuses. Underneath your character it tells you what alignment you are. I am evil because I'm an assassin, so I won't be going there because that would be very silly. I'm going to be going to this tavern, which means when I go there I've got a choice of a role, and whatever I roll will decide the outcome. So any of you that have ever played a board game will generally know how all this kind of stuff works. You are at the mercy of the dice. So I gambled and won 1 gold there. No, I'm not going to re-roll that. Just to briefly explain this for anyone who doesn't already know, red is your strength, so that's what you use for like melee attack fighting. Craft is if you were going to psychic battle, mostly like to do with casting. Your life, so that's how many lives you got until you die. If you do die in the middle of the game you can come back, but if anyone is in this throne of command here, which is the centre of the board, which takes quite a long time to get there, then you don't come back as long as they're still casting this command spell. So general idea of the game is to get a talisman, so you can get through this particular gate here, the Valley of Fire. You can only cross this if you have a talisman, which then allows you to go to the Crown of Command. Whoever's in the Crown of Command, you roll to try and kill the other players and be the last person remaining. Someone else has got to try and come here and stop you getting here. So you work your way around the board, gathering items and power and all this kind of stuff, and trying to keep the others from gaining theirs, and try and get to the centre. So once you start getting around here it gets extremely hard, I can tell you. Me and the fiancée played a game, I think it lasted about 3 hours. We had a great deal of fun with it, but it was a long game, and we've played it a few more times. So that's the end of my turn. I'll try and stop jabbering so you can actually see generally how this plays out. These games do last a long time, so I won't be able to show you a full game, but I'll be able to show you a basic start. So he's just got a follower, so followers will give you random buffs. So like he just pulled a gnome, so this is just a follower that'll just follow him around, and when he goes to a power portal he can change the roles basically, and he can evade characters if he goes to hills. So you'll see that there's random terrain around here, so you've got some plains, woods, fields, you've got cities, all that kind of stuff. So the druid's casting Nullify on the sorceress to make her discard all of her spells. Okay. And now he's got to fight a crone. So for anyone who doesn't get this attack rolls, you've got your basic stat. So for him this was a craft fight because this was a magic creature. So his craft's 4, you then roll a d6 and then you add that to your stat to make your attack value. So like for me I mostly use strength, so it would be 3, then I'd roll a d6 on top of that. So say if I rolled a 6 it would then become a 9 attack value. If that was higher than the other person's I'd win the fight. It's quite simple. And then you can get modifiers onto it, so like you could have a sword that while you're in battle your strength's increased by 1. So as long as you own the sword you get that benefit. Okay, I've got the choice between a plains or a plains. Ooh, I think I'll go to the plains. So yeah, so this will draw one adventure card. So now you draw a random card from the deck, and I get a Hydra with a strength of 4. This Hydra is devouring everything in this area. If you defeat the Hydra, roll 1 die. If you roll a 1 or a 2, it regenerates and the attack counts as a standoff. Wonderful. Because I'm an assassin, I do get an extra option with this fight. I have the ability to assassinate something, which basically means it's not allowed to roll the d6 onto its strength. So for this, because this is quite a decent fight, I am going to do that. So he can only get a 4. So as long as I roll 2 or higher, I win the fight. So there you go. Now I've got to roll the dice and hope I don't get a 1 or a 2. There we go, so it dies. And then I collect that as a trophy. So trophies, you gather those up. If they're a strength creature or a craft creature, changes the next part, but because that was a strength creature, that's got a strength value of 4. Once I get enough creatures to total 7, so if I then go and fight another creature that's got a strength of 3, and put those together, I can get a permanent strength bonus on my character. Unless I die, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. So if I can get another one, but you can trade X amount of creatures for it, and then it can happen with craft as well. So if you fight a lot of spell-based creatures, then you can start to gain permanent bonuses on that as well. The purple is Fate, which you use for re-rolls. So if there's a dice you rolled and you don't particularly like the outcome, you get one try on that turn to re-roll it and try and get a better one, but obviously it can become worse. And then obviously yellow is gold, so that's where you use to buy items or sometimes save your life in quite a few of these scenarios. So now the reason I want to play with the Reaper pack is, one, it adds a hell of a lot of cards into the game, but also we've got this fella here, the old Grim Reaper himself. Now whenever someone rolls a 1 during this movement phase, which is what I'm on now, so if I roll this now, if that rolls a 1, I get to control the Reaper for a brief turn, so I will roll for the Reaper. And then I can try and make him land on an enemy player. And then they have to take a roll, which if they roll like a 1, they die instantly. They lose everything where they stand. Or they could just miss a turn. They could have to go to battle with the Grim Reaper. It's kind of one of those things you're trying to basically mess other people up. So I can go to the tavern, or I can go to the village. I would rather go to the village. So when you go to these, you use, like, the village and the city give you 3 choices. So you can go to the blacksmith and trade gold for items, which I actually may do. Or I can go to the mystic and try and roll for some of these stats, so I can become evil, which I already am, so that wouldn't do anything. 2 and 3 I'd get ignored. 4 I'd become good. 1 I'd gain a craft bonus permanently, and the other one I'd gain a spell, which spells aren't that useful to me at this stage, and the other one's for healing, which I haven't taken damage, so that won't even be an option for me. I'll probably just instantly let me choose between the blacksmith or the mystic. I am going to go to the blacksmith because I have 2 gold. So I'm going to buy a sword, so that now whenever I go into combat I get a permanent buff while I'm in combat, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the general kind of overview of the game. But, oh there you go, right, she's just rolled a 1, so she's going to take her move and play out her little adventure. So she picked up a casket, now she's going to roll to try and get a bonus over it, but it could ruin her. No, she got, right, so she's gained a talisman, so she could now try and work her way down through the board to get to here. To get into the centre of the board, you have to either build a raft to cross the river, get a teleport over there, you can roll lucky on the tavern and a ferryman will ship you over, and there's probably a few other ways, but those are the only ways I've encountered so far. Oh dear, yeah, he just got destroyed. Right, so now he has lost a life, and he burned a reroll as well, which is kind of cool. So it's back to us again. 5. So going on to the same tile as the Green Reaper when he's already sitting there doesn't actually matter, so I've got a choice of fields or here. I'm actually going to go to the fields just because it actually puts me further away from him. Oh, that was the other way you can get to the centre. You can try and cross this bridge with the sentinel on it, which he has a strength of 9, and then he still gets to roll on top of it, so he's a pretty beastie creature to kill. Right, my adventure card is a craft creature, so I've got to do a craft fight. Now, I can't use my assassinate with this, so we've actually got to have a fight. I do actually have higher craft than him now, so as long as I roll okay, I should be good. Yeah, we win. That's fine. So there we go, he dies. And there we go. So that's the end of my turn. So yeah, it's a bit of risk reduction as well, because anything you don't kill stays on the board, so if you can't kill something, it's best to try and get away from it and leave it for someone else. So he's bought a mule so we can carry extra items. Items are a big player in this. If you can gather enough, you can become very powerful. Just to the point where you're practically unkillable. But obviously if you die, you drop everything where you stand. People can get spells to steal certain things off you. Oh, sorry, this is mine. I don't have any gold, so this is pointless for me. Okay, we'll do a couple more turns, and then I generally think you've got the benefit of what this is all about. It's a really cool game, though. Nomad Games have done a really good job on it. As I say, I've played Steam says I've played this for 6 hours. Considering I was sent this when I'm recording this, I got sent this about just under 2 days ago, so that's probably a pretty decent length of time we've put into it. But I played a couple of games without the Reaper Pack, and then I've started playing with the Reaper Pack just because it adds so many more cards into the adventure card system. Okay, so we've got a cave. This cave will remain here for the rest of the game. So we roll a dice, and then one of these random things can happen. But anyone who lands here now will have to take on this cave. We rolled there we go, just getting 3 gold. Best roll we could possibly get. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's very cool. Did he just lose his gnome? Oh, I think he's just lost his Colossus. Oh, he rolled pretty bad on all of them. Has he managed to save them? He evaded. Okay. But yeah, each character in the game, so like I picked an assassin for the start of this one. Each character will get a bonus, so like when you first start it'll suggest you to use the warrior, who basically when he goes into combat he rolls 2 dice for his attack dice and gets to pick the best value. It'll just automatically pick the best value, so if he rolls a 3 and a 5 it'll pick the 5 for him. So he gets those kind of bonuses, so it increases his chances of getting a good roll. But I've just been trying out some of the other characters, and I was playing an assassin last game and I forgot to change it. I was going to try and do a different one, but I completely forgot, so... Right, yeah, we'll finish this last round, and then I think we'll wrap it up there. If you do want to see more of this, do let me know, because I will gladly film this, a game of this bit by bit. And let me know if you pick it up as well. Oh, a stranger. A phantom will haunt this space until it is granted the first evil character to visit, where it will then grant well, I'm evil, so it's about to be granted to me. And the second one is a... ooh, craft 5. Ouch. That's going to be pretty difficult. I've got to do the fight first. I need to roll... Please roll low. Damn it. I just got defeated. So I lose a life and therefore don't actually get to get that bonus. So, yeah, that was not pleasant. I'll let these guys finish their turn, see if anything fun happens. So, yeah, we should be good, though. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It's a lot of fun, particularly if you can get anyone who's ever played a lot of the old school board games with a big group of friends or anything. This is a very good game to simulate those kind of ideas. So it's got built-in local co-op for it, and it's also got online co-op, which is very cool. So what's this? The druid is thinking. And what is the druid thinking? He's going to put a maze down. Oh, fun. There's lovely of him. So yeah, anyway, I think that'll generally about do it. So, let me know if you decide to check out this game. It'd be cool to see if anyone has played Talisman previously, or if they're going to pick this up afterwards. Oh, I'm going to love seeing this druid get his ass kicked. Yeah, had not a chance. There we go. Is he going to re-roll? He'd be silly if he did. Oh, he got the helmet saved him, so he doesn't take any damage. Very lucky, very lucky. With that helmet, it's simply if he rolls a 6, it'll negate the damage he was just about to take, so he rolled the perfect roll. So that was very lucky. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy this little look at Talisman, and check it out on Steam. I think the base game for this is available for, I think it's $11.99 off the top of my head, but it's a very good game. It's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, thank you for Nomad Games for sending it to me as well. Very cool of them. And subscribe to me if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye bye.